We're going to be in that King James Bible in the books of the prophets. Prophets are for prophecies. I read all the different categories in the Bible, the books of knowledge, the gospel, salvation, the epistles for Christians to learn, for us all to learn. And of course, the history of creation, the chronological Bible. But we're going to be in the books of the prophets, Micah. The information, Micah, the writer. Micah was written by the prophet who bore that name. His name means who is like the Lord. Okay. He was called the Moreshite because his home was in Moresheth Gath, and he prophesied while Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah were in king over Judah, and Pekaniah, and Pekah, and Hoshea were kings over Israel. He lived in the time of Isaiah the prophet, and his message was similar because the moral needs of the people was the same. The great revival under Hezekiah was a result of the ministry of this prophet. Compare Jeremiah. The book is divided in 3 sections, each of which begins with a command to hear. Hear, all ye people, hear, I pray you, hear ye now what the Lord saith. Each division of the book, as well as the book itself, begins with threatening judgment and ends with the promise of a future mercy and blessing. The time, the events recorded in Micah cover a period of 40 years from 750 to 710 BC. The outline of Micah, the message to the nations, that's the first part of the division, I believe. The message to the prince, that must be the second part, and the appeal to the people, of course. I haven't read this book a lot of times, and I have to read something more than once, just like movies, so this is going to be good. In chapter 1, verse 1, judgment upon Samaria and Judah. The word of the Lord that came to Micah the Moreshite in the days of Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, which he saw concerning Samaria and Jerusalem. Hear, all ye people, hearken, O earth, and all that therein is, and let the Lord God be witness against you, the Lord from his holy temple. For behold, the Lord cometh forth out of his place, and will come down and tread upon the high places of the earth. And the mountains shall be molten under him, and the valleys shall be cleft as wax before the fire, as the waters that are poured down a steep place. For the transgressions of Jacob is all this, and for the sins of the house of Israel, what is the transgressions of Jacob? Is it not Samaria? What are the high places of Judah? Are they not Jerusalem? And therefore I will make Samaria as the heap of the field, as a planting of the vineyard, and I will pour down the stones thereof into the valley, and I will discover the foundations thereof, and all the graven images thereof shall be beaten to pieces, and all the hires thereof shall be burned with the fire, and all the idols thereof will I lay desolate, for she gathered it of the hire of a harlot, and they shall return to the hire of a harlot. Therefore I will wail and howl, and I will go stripped and naked. I will make a wailing like the dragon, and mourning as the owl. For her womb is uncurable, for it is come unto Judah. He is come unto the gate of my people, even to Jerusalem. Declare ye not at Gath, weep ye not at all. In the house of Ephraim roll thyself in the dust. Pass ye away, thou inhabitants of Saphar, and having thy shame naked, and the inhabitants of Zaanan. Come not forth in the morning of Bethazel, and he shall receive of you his standings. For the inhabitants of Moroth waited carefully for good, but evil came down from the Lord unto the gate of Jerusalem. O thou inhabitants of Lachish, bind the chariots to the swift beast. She is the beginning of the sin to the daughters of Zion, for the transgressions of Israel were found in thee. And therefore shalt thou give presents to Moresheth Gath. The houses of Achzib shall be a lie to the king of Israel. Yet will I bring an heir unto thee, O inhabitants of Marshah. He shall come unto Abaddon, the glory of Israel. Make thee bald and poll thee for thy delicate children. Enlarge thy baldness as the eagle, for they are gone into captivity from thee.